So when I do pi halves minus pi thirds, again have to get a common denominator. So this would be 3 pi sixths minus 2 pi sixths. So my complementary angle here would just be 1 pi sixths, or just pi sixths. So I'm finding the supplementary. Remember, supplementary, we're going to subtract from 180. Well, 180 is pi. So pi minus pi thirds. Well, pi we know is 3 pi thirds minus pi thirds. So my supplementary angle would be 2 pi thirds. Any questions on complementary and supplementary? Hopefully that's pretty straightforward. You're using pi halves for complementary. Supplementary, you're using pi. Probably the last thing, and this is probably the thing that probably you'll use maybe more than anything, and that is going from degrees to radians and from radians to degrees, and knowing how to do that. So our basic proportion, I'm just going to show you using a proportion here. We know that radians over degrees is basically, the conversion is pi over 180. So if I said, okay, let's convert 120 degrees to radians, what I'm going to suggest that you do is just simply set a little proportion up. We want to know radians, so that's R. We know the degrees is 120, and our conversion is pi over 180. So when you set that up, basically then you can just solve the proportion for R. So we'd say 180 R is equal to 120 pi. And if we divide by 180 and simplify that, in this case, we see that R is going to be, 180 divided, or 120 over 180 simplifies to be 2/3. So 2 pi thirds is going to be my radian for 120 degrees. I'll keep that on the screen here as we go through the last one. Let's do one where we're going from radian 2 degrees. So let's say I give you 5 pi 11ths. And we want to put that in degrees. Pretty similar to what we just did, but now we're going to put the radians on top. So we've got 5 pi 11ths over the degrees, which is D. Conversion is pi over 180. So we've got pi times D equals 180 times 5 pi over 11. Again, you're probably going to want to utilize your calculator here. So we could go ahead and type in 180 times 5 times pi. And then we're going to divide that by 11. And then again, to get d by itself, we're dividing all that by pi. So when we do that, if we divide this by pi, 81.818 degrees. And that would be going from radians to degrees.